So after a while, Shando is just, who seems to be kind of like standing at the front.
Did you get my med kits?
She look. She has it sitting on one of the larger boxes next to her. She's like, "You can use that later. Right now, we just don't have the time for it. If you want to save your friend, we need to stop this. For every minute that passes or hour that passes, he's out there. Odds are he's probably busting to shit. He's not gonna last."
I didn't know the shit word in the future.
Yeah, it's ancient Galarian.
I wouldn't know what that is.
Said lore check that.
It's basically whatever fucking language.
The Humans.
Yeah. Yes, they swear.
Alright, take point then, Shando. I'm right behind you.
And she now brings this over, and as she stops at the front, she looks back, and is there anything else that you were wanting to do in the meantime? Okay. For judging. Now I need to have a complete understanding with you two. And your companion needs to understand this as well. She like points at Buzz. This bounty is for them to be alive. So I don't care how you might feel. I don't know what your opinions are of them, and I don't care.
Oh,
This has
you
nothing.
guys-
This
you
has
guys
nothing to
ran
do
into
with
it.
Zard and Skadaz, so I don't really care.
All the same, I like to get paid fully. And yes, for your services, you'll get some payment as well. But it's contingent on them being alive. Can't stress that enough. Alive. Correct?
Us saving our friends isn't going to kill them anymore, so I think we're safe on that end.
Agreed. Let's get this done.
All right. And she slides the door. You hear the, again, wind just kicking up. Very wind tunnel noises as she goes around. And now you see as who's the next person to follow? You and Buzz.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I'm in the far back.
You kind of peek out and you've like pulled your goggles down because the wind is now like the sand is really kicking up heavy here, and especially being this close to the front of the train, it seems like there's just more wind really kicking off of it, and it's gotten a little bit brighter outside. It's getting to be early to mid morning, but it's Akaton. You know that a nice day is when it's not kicking sand in your face, and it's just not really a nice day. All the same, she's climbed the similar fashion up to the front, and you see now the engine has a single door on the back in the middle of the back of the train, and there's a kind of a short gantry on the back portion, but there's not. And it's a very angled facade as you look up. It's very almost like if you cut a trapezoid kind of in half on the front and then just like streamlined it and then just kind of angled it. It's very angular in design. It's utility as can be. It's not for looks, but that rust metal seems to be very sturdy as it's plowing through. You can see it's just kind of going over this very long stretch of flat desert now, and as she jumps across, she kind of hits that side, and she looks back and kind of motions for you and Buzz to come up to get going.
Okay, so is that going to be
Another acrobatics.
acrobatics?
And you're ready this time, I assume. So just holding on to Buzz, you're more ready for it. So what's Buzz's acrobatics?
3.
3.
I rolled a 2 and you guys a +1, so yeah, 3.
Okay. As he's jumping this time, you're kind of leaning out, and you see the train's actually coming straight for a sand dune, and you see it kind of rise upwards, and in that rising upwards motion, Buzz's jump is kind of mistimed, and the train kind of kicks up and like hits the bottom of his foot, and he like slams his head into the front plate, and you get flown off. I need you to make a reflex save.
15.
15. You kind of do almost a somersault backwards, And you quick kind of reorienting yourself in the air as you're like flipping upside down. You see the back of his like neck and like collar area, and you like grab onto Buzz, and you're like flowing like a Yosoki cape essentially for your droid. And eventually you do kind of right yourself. I need you to make me just one more athletics check.
Athletics for me or him?
For well, I guess yeah. Well, you've made the reflex, so it's gonna be for him. Athletics for him, for Buzz.
Athletics
As he's trying to
for him
reach back and grab you.
is 4.
4 total.
I rolled a 2.
Jeez. All right. So he's kind of like trying to like grab you. You can see like as he turns around, like one of his optics is kind of like half broken from that like impact into the front of the train. It doesn't give him any like hit point damage, but he like is like reaching and he's trying to grab you, and eventually Shando like she reaches and grabs the side of your like coat and just yanks you down. You like slam unceremoniously into the gantry, but you're safe.
That's pretty cool, Ted. Good reflex.
It gets lost in the wind. You're yelling and it's just like
Telepathy.
no, fair enough.
Ted.
All right, so they made it across.
Okay,
Your turn.
my turn for acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
That's 22.
Easily enough. You make sure that there's no incoming sand dunes or anything like that before you make your move. And eventually you push off and jump and make that jump now across.
My Naruto jump. The Christ roll. I do the Christ air across.
So,
Noseball.
you guys are now
Stalefish.
like on this gantry there, and the door is closed. And
terminal.
you do see a keypad. It looks like on that, its faceplate is pulled off, and you see the wires are kind of sparking a little bit.
See what you can do.
Well, it looks broken. I can tell you that much. If it's sparking.
All right, I'm gonna butt in and I'm gonna try to fix it and do something.
Okay, engineering check.
Hotwire it.
18.
18. You kind of ducking low to get the excess sand out of your face. You look at the wires. And you think, yeah, you hear a slow, and the door opens, and 2 shots fire out. One at Shando, one at you. The first one is going to be against Shando. It does hit. You see a laser pistol round hit her in the shoulder, and she kind of swings around and she like barely catches herself as she like whips around on the gantry area. The one that's shooting at you is going to be a 15 against your KAC. Just matches. You take, luckily, only 3 points of piercing damage.
I can't take these hits, guys. If I can, I do a reaction to move behind the
Yeah, I
door.
mean, eventually you do get around the side of that. And now, as you guys see in this area, you see there's a long hallway and a singular person on that side and another person on this side. Seems to be those 2 humans that you ran into. They're aiming down the hallway, and they look to be lining up another shot. So I need you guys to roll initiative. Oh my gosh, they rolled horribly.
Oh,
Did I erase my initiative? What is my initiative?
It's that your roll plus most likely just your
Dex.
or the bonus.
Yeah, I do. That was 10.
What's the total?
10.
10. All right.
11.
11 for you, and then that's going to be the same for Buzz.
Yep.
Shambo rolled a 14. She actually goes first.
Look, you do. Oh, wow.
So you see her kind of peek around the corner, and after a second, she sprints down the hallway. So I'm trying to slam into this room. You see her like bash the door, and as she tucks into this room, you see her like whip back around. And these two have like since moved back into cover. She's still gonna try to take a shot at the one across from her. That is going to be enough to hit. So that person is going to take 4 points of damage. As you see her leveling her rifle, you see boom, and she clips like the upper portion of his like bicep tricep area, and you hear like her scream out as she then ducks back into cover. That's going to be the end of her turn. Then it's going to be you got a 11. You got 11. Yeah. Okay. So you're up next, and so is Boss. So you one goes whichever one is only one.
Just
Myself, yep.
Black drag. Spray bottle. Is that what it is? Or is it just this? Oh yeah. There we go.
Okay. So,
Add curious or something.
Buzz is gonna just peek around the corner, the door.
Okay.
Well, no, put him right in the doorway.
No.
He's peeking, trying to stay in cover. He's gonna fire at this one over here.
Okay,
Since
that's the
better
uninjured
angle.
one. All right, cool. Go ahead and make a shot. Does have partial cover.
Total of 19.
Total 19 hits. Yeah, either one. It's EAC, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
EAC.
that definitely hits. So go ahead and roll Buzz's damage on that.
Oh. 2 damage.
2 damage.
Yep.
All right.
And because of his coordinated shot feat, all of you get a +1 to. Well, you get a. Thanks. I realized what I was doing. I'm sorry. I shouldn't address the dead.
So take one last pot shot.
You'll get a. You and Shando and me will get a +1 to hit them with ranged attacks. So sweet.
Okay. So is he going to stay on that gantry area and move?
No, he's not where you think he is. He's right there.
Okay. Well, I'm still the same. Is he going to stay and move?
Yeah, he's staying right there in cover around outside of the doorway.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
And then I am going to go over just around him, and I'm going to take a shot too, because I can't do much else from this range.
Same target.
Yes.
Okay.
same
So
target.
you got that +1 to it.
Total of 20.
Total of 20.
Yep.
It's gonna be enough.
Yeah! I did something. Not just my robot. 5 damage.
Very nice. All right. So you see that target as he's trying to duck back into cover. You like clip him in like the back of his thigh, and Buzz's was in like the side of the torso. You just hear him screaming out pretty heavily. All right. So is that the end of your turn? Are you moving?
I'm also going to move over here. Over by Zinix. Yeah.
So as you see him, and he like, excuse me.
Just
it's. I mean, you guys have just very minimal amounts of movement horizontally. So he like goes between your legs. Is that the
For flavor, can I say, since I also have that bonus as a Yisoki to do that, like go between the legs of my friends,
Mm-hmm.
can I just say that I've just like action rolled through like across the door?
I mean, if you're rolling, you're gonna need to give me an acrobatics check, because this is while you are more than capable of making that move, you are
Okay.
still on a moving train.
That's fine. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Are we down?
I like the flavor where you're at. I'm just saying, action moves on a moving train have not proven to be very good ideas, just from past experience.
Trust me,
Nope.
Trust this
Nope.
I'm a falling off the train victim.
I know. I watched it happen. Which is why I'm not doing that. So my turn's over.
I watched it happen too.
All right.
Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm. Zedix, go ahead.
I'm going to get down on one knee, bring out my rifle, and I'm going to peek through the doorway.
Okay.
And I am waiting for a clear shot, not a covered shot, of this guy. And I'm going to try to disarm him when he peeks out.
Okay. So you're waiting until he like completely moves out of cover.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm right there. I'm trained on him. I can see him just like shoulder or something, and then
Right. I mean,
I'm waiting for him to come out so I can have a clear shot of disarming him entirely.
okay. I got you. All right. So in this case, I mean, just to let you know, like they, while they're getting shot, kind of in that side cover, that's them kind of like trying to like stay in the doorway. So I mean, if they're shooting from cover, I mean, they're not technically kind of meeting that requirement. So I mean, you're just waiting until they take a shot, and after they take a shot, then doing it. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, after or before, I guess, if they're going to take a shot down the hall at any point, I'm going to take my shot before they do.
Well, I would say probably now's the time. Because I mean, they're not arcade style swinging out of the doorway.
Okay. They're taking blind shots, just.
Well, they're kind of like from cover, like leaning backwards and like boom, doing that sort of thing. So I mean,
Okay. So I wouldn't
technically, I
have-
guess it would be kind of.
Could I possibly hold my action for a better shot to get a little bit of an advantage for my shot?
If you can certainly do it.
If you shoot at this one, you'll get a +1 to.
Yeah, I mean, you already have a +1 shooting at them, so I mean, it's less of a bonus for their partial cover.
Okay.
So I mean, like where they're at now, what you could do is you can set disarming.
Yeah, you can disarm is a move action or a standard action. You can bull rush, dirty trick, disarm, which is basically what I have.
Okay, is
As
that
a
disarming
operator.
at range, or disarming in melee?
That doesn't specify, it just said disarm. But I imagine with my trick attack, that's pretty much the same thing as what I'm trying to do. Is trick them into dropping their weapon.
Let me just check my rules.
Shoot their hand clean off the influence.
It's a big, yeah, they're EA or KA.
All right. So, dirty trick being like you're trying, like if you're in a fight, like a bare normal fight, you throw sand in someone's eyes, or just something like dirty fighting, quote unquote.
About my trick attack.
Trick attack by itself, I mean, does it? Let's see, 'cause I don't remember what specifically it has for that trick attack.
I have diversion.
Startle fall, and then attack when she drops her guard. It's a full action, with your speed. It's trick attack is trick attack is like kind of dealing extra damage. If you forego, and I'm gonna just kind of ham it this way. If you forego the extra damage and you like meet that DC, I'd say sure.
Okay, then I'm going to try it. I'll
Okay.
do that trick attack and I'm going to try
Alright.
to disarm.
So this is a full action. So when you use your trick attack, you make your attack. Just before you make your attack, you do a bluff, intimidate, or stealth check.
I'm going to
And really, in this case, it's not
intimidate.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's bluff or intimidate in this case. So the DC is equal to 20 plus the target's CR, which is 2.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 22. for
Okay.
intimidate. And for this being able to hit, like if you hit them, it's definitely gonna do it. So like you're waiting for like this trick attack, like the DC here is
Right.
to like you're waiting for them to like you see their gun starting to come out. Think of it that way. Like
Okay.
this is you like okay, I see it. Now you would make your attack. We're just gonna do it like this. Like
Okay.
if you shoot it, you're basically like shooting it. You're like if you hit, it'll disarm.
Okay. Sounds good. Ranged attack.
Yeah.
With a +1.
Yep.
That is a non-natural 20 +1 is 21.
21. Okay, that definitely hits. So, and how much damage is your shot do?
It's a 10. A D10.
Because I'm taking into account, you know, how much damage the gun takes in this case.
It's not a D10. This is D10.
Because it's a pistol. It's a pistol. Just for your kind of clarification. That.
Okay, that I'm shooting at?
Yep.
Okay, so this is going to be 1d10 +3 because I'm proficient. 6.
Okay. All right. So it does break through the hardiness of the weapon. And you see, like it doesn't like the gun doesn't shatter. You like hit it. And you don't seem to like do any like thing but superficial damage to them. But you see the gun like ricochet off the back wall, and it like bounces off the back double doors, and it lands like right there.
Okay.
So you disarm that person.
Okay.
And then that's going to be
That's my
your
full
turn
thing,
because
yeah.
that's your full action.
Trick
So-
attack is my full thing. I can't reload or anything, so.
Right. So, seeing that, Shando, you see her. She puts down her. You see her kind of like set her rifle down, and you see her charge forward as she like. You see like a stick kind of extend out, and it's like you see like an electrical charge kind of off the edge of it. She's gonna run forward 15, 20 at this guy. As she swings, you can see that she like whatever injury she had, kind of like her leg buckles, and unfortunately it hits the door frame instead of actually making contact with him. So unfortunately she's up in that space right now, but she's kind of jammed him up, it looks like. So that's going to be the end of Shando's turn. Tet and Buzz, you're up. As you see now, like kind of Buzz or whoever's going first will see, she's in a scrum, and the other guy is now like looking back, trying to find where his gun landed.
Okay. Buzz is going to take another shot at the same target as before.
Okay, so he doesn't have the +1 now that it's back to his turn. Is that right?
It's whatever target that he's shooting at, so it'll reset.
Right.
now, yeah.
He doesn't get it himself, but
No,
if
no.
he hits, then it'll.
It's just a armor.
It's not even if it hits. It's just he is.
Right.
being-
That's what I'm just clarifying. He doesn't get +1 from himself.
So that one's not going to hit for him.
What do you got total?
9.
9? No, unfortunately not. Looking around, he like turns back, sees Buzz about to shoot, and he dips back into the doorway. And you see, it ricochets off the side, and misses. Unfortunately.
I'm gonna move 30 right
Yep.
into that doorway that she had opened before.
And just as you're coming down this hallway, you see that this one is still closed.
Yep.
But this one is open from her previously.
Yep. And then once I'm in the doorway, I'm gonna activate my energy shield.
All right. So as Buzz kind of ducks back, and you see Ted scrambling around, you see him duck into the doorway, and you see just kind of as the last bits of him ducking, you see that similar kind of like field starting to envelop him. As it's now your turn.
Okay.
So you'll need to.
I'm gonna reload. So
Yep.
I'm gonna use my movement to reload.
Yep.
From where I'm at, can I get a clear shot?
It's gonna be at the one on the right.
The one I previously shot.
Yeah, that's this one. Yep. Yep. It's gonna be higher cover really,
Okay.
just because you have close proximity to Shando, and also now Buzz is kind of he's out of the way, but you're still kind of wary about it. So it's just a higher.
You will get the plus one
Plus.
from him, though.
But you do get the plus one.
Okay, I'll try that.
All right. So you see him as he kind of like dips back out to try and look for his gun. Go ahead and make a shot.
Range attack. I shoot. That is a
Plus one. So,
natural number is 20, not natural.
Non-natural. Oh yeah. Was it kinetic or EAC or KAC?
My sheer night rifle is EAC.
EAC
Energy.
with the bonus that just gets it.
Woo.
Okay, you just hit.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
wreck him.
Okay.
So 1d10 damage.
Plus 3.
fertilize him.
Ooh,
Nice.
9.
9 damage. Ooh.
Hell yeah.
All right. This guy is taking a beating. You see the round connect into his like upper thigh, a much more solid shot than just like the glancing blows that he's received, and he's screaming out pretty heavily. That's the end of his turn. The guy that's right there is as he's getting jammed by Shando, you see him like throw his gun back into the room that he's in, and you see him pulling out a knife, and he's going to take a swipe at her.
She put a knife to a excrement fight.
Does not hit. As he like pulls his knife up, you see her actually swing down, and she like punches his fist as he's like as he's swinging up. She just connects midair, and you see both of them kind of like pause momentarily, but then the
You see
scrum
like
kind of
the
continues.
TBZ shock effect?
Yeah, it's the TBC like boom.
Inside.
But it seems like she's definitely used to like that hand-to-hand combat. As her turn is done, that guy is going to use his movement since it kind of like skidded close enough to him. He's going to use his movement to reach around, and now he's out of the doorway. As he grabs the gun, he turns around. He's going to try and take a shoot at you. Take a shot at you. Since you are in partial cover compared to him, you get a +2 to your AC. Both.
Okay.
So it's a 15 to hit against your KAC.
That does not hit with the +2.
Okay. So as you see him
17.
spinning around, his aim comes down the hallway. You duck just as you see the kind of ricochet off of the back portion of the other car as his shot comes down the hallway. That's going to be the end of his turn. It's back up to Shando. She's going to continue trying to fight. She's actually going to try and
Should give him a kiss.
not
Power
quite.
of love.
That's the power of Shando.
Feel the power?
Head shoulders.
Since he is in that, she's actually going to. She sees that other guy kind of spin as he's taking the shot. She turns around. She's actually going to use the feint combat action, the standard action. So she's going to do a bluff check. So, okay.
Bluff.
All right. So as she kind of punches, you see her like spinning, turning to swing at this guy. She passed it. So the guy there, he kind of like backpedals a little bit, and she turns around and she like kind of like fakes swiping at him, and turns back around, and it's very not well aimed shot at him, but she's basically like separating the guy that's behind her. But the guy to the right is now flat-footed, So what that means is that he has -2 AC against her next attack.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I gotta actually double check that. See if that actually no, that might opponent is flat-footed against your next attack. I believe that actually is going to be against every.
It's
Everyone.
quantum flat footed, is it? Where he's only flat footed when
Only in that one. Yeah, only in that one instance where she immediately attacks next. Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Pay no attention to the man behind the microphone.
Okay. If you're surprised, you're flat-footed until you become aware of combat. Many of the effects take a minus. Okay, nope. It's just a -2 AC against until her next turn.
Oh wow!
Because I couldn't find it until his next turn.
Wow, do I see? That's pretty unusual.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the case. So he's that one here now has a -2 to its AC, both KAC and EAC.
Yeah.
All right, so it's your turn and Buzz's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna get mine out of the way before his this time. I'm gonna pop out of the doorway. Right there. And I'm gonna make a shot at the one that's just been styled upon by Shando.
Okay. With that -2, it still has that kind of like partial cover. It was regular cover, so it was a +4, but now it's down to a +2 because of that flat-footedness.
Get dumped on.
23.
That definitely is. So go ahead and make your damage. Make the damage.
3 damage.
Damage.
3 of the damage.
Yeah, you just got dumped on.
All right. You see the round pierce through its side as he's now like sloughing against the wall heavily, and as your shot connects, Shando looks back. I said alive! As she now continues back into her scrum.
She never said that these were the people. They just started shooting at us. She was never like, okay, these are them, don't kill them. She was just like, let's fucking go.
That's true.
Well, these are the guys that, if you recall, they were the 2 humans with the best.
So there's a total of 3
Total of 3.
that ran away from the scuffle that we had back in the previous.
Right, exactly. That
Car.
have been on the train.
Okay.
I mean, she indicated that. I mean, you didn't know exactly who was all on the train, but just judging from who you've seen and who was missing this whole time, that's probably who she was referring to this whole time.
He just chose not to.
I don't know that.
Care.
The way she deployed her stun stick is kind of a giveaway, I'd say.
Okay.
But
Is that
that's
still
the end
buzzes?
of your turn, or are you ducking
That's
back?
the end of. I'm going back in the room.
Yeah, you're ducking back in there. Okay, cool.
And that's the end for me. And Buzz isn't gonna do anything.
None at all.
There's nothing that we can do that's non-lethal to these people. So what? I
Well,
don't
you
know
can-
why we're
you
being
can-
yelled at for
okay, so you
trying to
can-
help in combat.
When
Like,
you shoot and you think it might be lethal, I mean, you can choose to try and make it a non-lethal shot. So, like, say for example, like aiming for a kneecap or something like that. So, like, non-lethal damage is definitely something you could do.
Do non-lethal with
Okay.
Buzzy Boy.
well, Buzz is gonna non-lethally shoot these people with a laser pistol.
So he's gonna use his words.
He aims correctly.
He's gonna use swears and make. He's gonna play some rap music. Out of his, drums.
the rap music.
Okay, so basically the way it works is with a weapon that deals lethal damage, trying to do non-lethal damage, you can take a -4 penalty to your attack roll. So instead of killing, if you drop them to 0, you don't kill them out. You incapacitate them essentially.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, he's gonna.
And just for your reference, that person on the right, very hurt.
So he's going to try and non-lethally shoot this person.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So
Give him what fur?
7, flat 7.
okay. So trying to shoot, unfortunately, doesn't connect. You see Buzz trying to shoot at like the leg area. So that one doesn't hit, but from there, still get the +1 to that person. All right, Zidix, you're up.
My movement is 40.
Yep.
I'm gonna get up to that guy. I'm gonna tackle boy him. I'm gonna give him a big wrap around and try to tackle him to the ground.
Okay. So you can do a charge.
Yeah, I'm charging at him.
Okay. So you full action move up to double your speed in a straight line. Make a single melee attack at -2, and then it's you get -2 AC until your next turn. But...
Do I get a +1 from?
Yep. So it goes to a -1.
Okay,
Absolutely.
and you're Buzzy Boy because he didn't.
Let me just
It would only
check
be
to
to
see.
a ranged attack.
Oh, would it?
Well, I don't know. Is that what it refers to? Okay, then it's still -2.
-2. Okay.
Yep.
To my
Melee
melee attack.
So let me just get you that, just to make sure that that's what you're going to do. Charge. That's just full attack.
But he gets.
I have the quick reference thing.
Oh,
He
you
was,
did that.
he was the flat-footed one.
You had it right.
It's back. It's been back around to Shandos. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Actually, no. No, it hasn't been back around to her. So no, he's got the -2 to his AC.
So is it just
He's
flat roll?
flat-footed. Yep.
Okay. Just tell me when to go. Just going preemptively.
I'm just trying to make sure that I got the charge. Okay, so you can draw a weapon during a charge attack if your base attack bonus is at least 1. So charging carries type restrictions on how you move. You must move at least 10 feet. Okay, so after moving, you can make a single melee attack. You take a -2 penalty to the attack roll and -2 penalty to your AC until the start of your turn. You can't move any farther than after the attack. Okay. So yeah, it's just basically your way of being able to move double the distance.
I have a total of 40, so if I go... I'd be in his spot with my normal speed.
So technically, I mean, you wouldn't need to do that. You could just like do a melee, just a regular melee attack,
Right
and
up
you wouldn't
into
take the minus to your attack and your AC until your next turn. So just based on kind of the downsides of it, I'd probably say just move and then attack.
Okay.
Just because that way, then you're not taking a minus to your AC when he might retaliate.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
all right. So as you are running forward, you like sling your rifle.
Yep, I just magnetic, attach it to my back, and then I just get out my survival knife just for CQC style.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to run up to him and grapple or attack, basically.
Kick him in the dick.
You can. I
Incapacitate him.
mean, you can try to grapple him. So like,
Okay.
you basically roll an attack.
Okay.
You use the roll
Any skill or anything?
to attempt to grapple combat maneuver to grapple you. So when you grapple someone, that's going to be their KAC plus 13? That seems really strange. But I mean, I guess, are you trying to just grapple them, trying to like, do damage?
No, I'm non-lethally. I'm just gonna try to incapacitate them.
Okay.
That took forever. I'm not gonna
That's-
stop.
That is so weird. It just, you immediately just grapple them. Yeah, you just run up and you give them the what's considered the grappled condition, so they cannot move or make two-handed actions. They take a -2 penalty.
Can
to
I at
AC.
least try to intimidate because I have my survival knife out? I'm just gonna put my knife up to his throat and say, "Stop."
All right, so go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Okay.
So as you grapple them, as you charge forward, you basically kind of pin them up to the side.
Yeah, I'm just like, "Hey, buddy." You're in complete control right now.
You decide what happens next.
18 plus my intimidate, which is 6, so that's a high 20 something.
Given the amount of damage the person has taken, and also the fact that you've done majority of it, it seems.
Done stunt work before.
Yeah, the person just kind of like hands to the side. This person definitely.
And I'm like glaring at the other guy like.
Okay. All right. So that's the end of that person's turn. The other guy doesn't seem to be giving up quite as easily. He's going to make another knife attack against Shando. Nope. He kind of brings it down, kind of in a try and stabbing motion. She like just backhands his arm away, and you can see the blade kind of cause some sparks on the doorway.
Always a show off.
This guy's giving up. Shando Ren. Let's see here.
Intimidation checks.
Alright. So she's going to make another attack against this guy. That definitely hits.
It's so wide that they'll meld together.
So wide.
So
You
you see Shando connect pretty heavily with the stick. You see there's a like shock through his system.
Shando really connects with that stick.
Hey, that's what she might have
He
said.
holds on through the fourth save. So she, smacks him across the ribs. You hear kind of a definitive crack from the first hit. Second attack that she makes, unfortunately, he kind of like half dropping. She swings and like with her injuries hits the doorway too. And she's still scrumming with him. Your turn and Buz's turn as well.
He's gonna move to right behind Shando,
All right.
and that's it for him. And then I'm just gonna peek out the doorway and kind of hold my action, so that if one of the other three up there, him, Shando, or Buzz, falls like in combat, I'm ready to take a shot.
Sure. Yeah, we can see you're just holding your standard single attack.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So Zedix, this guy's the guy that you're on is giving up. And, just this close proximity, you can see that he's very banged up. What are you doing?
Respect yourself. I'm gonna telepathically tell your phone to stop.
Another intimidation check.
Okay. Eight.
Seems just too injured and already scared for his own life to worry about his friend.
Okay, another attack. I just want to knee him in the gut.
Okay, just trying to do non-lethal damage to him. Yeah, go ahead.
Melee. Just bitch.
Hey, bitch.
Jerk.
Probably not. 4, 5, 6.
6? No.
I just knee the wall.
Yeah, you kind of hit. You feel your knee hit the wall. And you're like grimacing, like you're trying give him a angry face, but you're really just kind of grunting from the pain.
I'm mad at him.
All right.
This fucking train.
How dare you resist my intimidation?
Guy that's they're fighting with Shando. Still misses. He's going to try and attack her again.
Give it up, bud.
They're just swinging back and forth wildly, and just with this many people in proximity, it's still just ridiculously hard to try and get anything. It seems. Finally, it's back to Shando because the guy is now just still there. Yep, still there with the knife to his neck, just kind of not moving. And Randall's making her 2 attacks.
Just remember, he's in complete control.
You see her boom crack his like shoulder area. Okay. Eventually, she hits him in the shoulder, and you see the knife scatter to the ground. And as she kind of brings that back around, she just cracks him right in the face. And you see just with the electricity and the recoil slams his head into the doorway, and he just slumps over.
Keep his head up. He might swallow his tongue.
And she's like she kind of like turns and looks at the guy that you're holding up, and she like stands now like she like moves right up. This guy's he's fucking dumb. She now combat is effectively ended. She like moves right up next to him, and she now like is got her arm like kind of right next to you see the tongue kind of crackling. And it's like the point of it is like an inch from the guy's side of his head, and she's just looking there. Where is your boss? Intimidation check.
Advantage. I'm holding him. Come on now.
There's no advantage, but she does get a bonus to it. Fortunately for him, he's not very in a good place to argue, and he's just kind of like weakly like pointing at the set of double doors that are closed right there.
She's like,
she kind of just turns aside. Thank you, and she just cracks him in the head.
I let go because I don't want any.
And he just boom. And she, kind of looks at him. Yeah. And like,
give me a minute, Shadow. I'm just gonna quickly just pilfer him now.
Oh, you're like looking through his shit?
Yeah, just real quick.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can I go for the other guy's stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Just want to
As you
move
kinda-
through everybody's legs
You're
and
like,
then just...
time to loot.
19.
19? Alright. You find a cred stick with probably about 50 credits on it.
7.
7. You find probably a cred stick with 10 credits on it. Looks like this guy's not as wealthy. And you find a pistol, both in his proximity and in your guys' proximity. You find just regular laser pistols, similar to the ones that the rest of
Empty out his batteries.
Yeah, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, they're about half full for each of them.
How much total?
What's the max for
20.
20? Alright, so they got 10 rounds each.
Sweet.
You see Shando's like
Quicker than purchasing.
checking both of them. She's like, they're alive, good enough. And
Do you have any manacles? Anything to keep them bound?
so looks at him. By the time we're done with this, they'll still be unconscious.
Okay, let's hurry on then.
And she kind of, as she like stands back up, and you can see that while it seemed like in that combat she didn't get hit, the wounds that she had previously, like on her leg and her side, you can see they're starting.
Are they mortal?
No.
So can I put any bandage to stop that?
I mean,
Can I do medicine on her?
I mean, do you like offering?
Yeah,
like,
like-
walking off with like bandages and stuff.
What I've got, yeah.
She's like, she like kind of sees you walking up. She's like, we can do that later.
She's a
I'm
tough
fine.
cookie. She's a tough cookie.
Okay, then I'll just put it on.
Like a bandana.
Yeah, I'm just like divine wind.
Alright, so she goes back to this room. She picks up her rifle, and you guys all assemble at the doors. She moves them into this side room, and she's after you guys pass through, she makes sure they don't have anything, and she closes the door, and she looks at it, and gives the panel a quick smash.
I could have done that.
I'm sorry, I
And
sneezed on her.
so
You could have!
how are you guys stacking up on this door?
In the
Because
back.
she's now in the front. So it's a 10 foot wide hallway.
I'm gonna
I'm just always in the caboose.
No pun intended.
I'm gonna take Buzz's laser pistol off of his weapon mount. And just
Okay, Buzz kind of looks at you because he's still in John McClane mode. He kind of looks at you and says,
The McLean Protocol.
I needed that.
he's got his dueling sword. He's good.
Like it opens up, kind of like a his like forearm like splits and it goes into his hand, very like Deus Ex style.
His wrist pops up.
Yep.
And I just give him a little salute.
All right.
And he's gonna go stand right next to Shando.
Okay.
Dueling sword ready.
And Shando, who's now kind of like leaning against the wall a little bit, she like looks at the pad that's on Buzz's side, the door pad, which is not broken, but it's just kind of sitting there with a little light. She like looks back at you and she's like,
And I'm gonna just jump up on Buzz's back and then just like reach over his shoulder and
"No, go ahead and make an engineering check because it definitely looks like while it's got that kind of like power to it, it seems like it's been locked. Some kind. Actually, first a computers check. I guess.
computers.
Yeah, I kind of revealed it, but
Okay. So
it's locked. So, but this is the engineering check to.
engineering.
Yeah, we'll just do engineering just because I kind of jumped ahead.
Not natural 20.
Not natural 20. Okay, yeah. You are, you kind of pop the face off a little bit because you're like trying to interface that's just not working, and you like connect your rig to it, and through kind of like working on that, and then the wires, and you see the door open up. As the doors open up, you see the singular Vesk at the front. Did not bring the Sogi, unfortunately, so for the meantime, it's just because it's smaller. Okay. So he has the Vesk like up, like held in one arm, and he's got a gun in the other, and he's like holding it to his head. And he's like, "That's far enough."